going on, everybody? I'm Code Gray, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. If you happen to be one of the few that caught my very first moto vlog, well, I'm back for number 2. If you haven't been able to tell already, things look a whole lot better, don't they? Well, I was lucky enough to get my GoPro Hero 7 Black. As you can see in front of me, this is what I was using before. That's the Hero 7 White, and man, what an improvement. Not only an improvement with the way everything looks, but man, the sound is so much better. So you can see here, I got my mic finally wired into the camera, which you can't do on that. Yeah, I had to get the mic adapter, but that's all right. It sounds so much better, it's just worth it. The microphone I'm using is a Purple Panda, and it's a good one. I can really tell now. In case you're wondering, no, I didn't just fumble all this together. I did like everybody else. I went on YouTube and learned how to do it properly. 3 different channels I went to and watched their helmet setup videos. And worked right the first time. I did my first test run yesterday, and man, everything just seemed so much better. Everything worked right from the get-go. Now, as you can tell, I am a YouTube noob. So getting everything uploaded and links in the description and all that stuff, that's all new to me. So if I can figure that out, I will put links in the description to the three channels I went to help me get this helmet, motovlogging helmet, set up properly. Those 3 channels are Chase on 2 Wheels, Motonosity, and Her 2 Wheels. All 3 of them got really good tutorials on how to not only set up your helmet, but your camera settings as well, which was very helpful. But enough about the camera. I guess the meat of this video is all about the 4 tips I'm about to give you if you're a new rider or thinking about being a rider. And I know there's tips all over YouTube, but maybe I might have a little insight that might help you out. Maybe I'm just the first one you stumbled across. So tip number 1, we'll get this one out of the way, and you're going to hear this one from everyone. But it is worth repeating because it is very important. Tip number 1, if you're thinking about getting into motorcycling, take the MSF course. They'll give you a good foundation and a lot more confidence getting out onto the road. Now, don't get me wrong, there are people that you can learn from other than the course. I mean, you could learn from your dad, or you can learn from your mom, or you could even learn from your Uncle Jeff. But just because mom and dad and Uncle Jeff may be good riders, it doesn't mean that they're good teachers. There is a lot to remember when you're first learning how to ride a bike. Mom, Dad, and Uncle Jeff may not be able to remember all that. There's a lot to go over. And the people at the MSF course, they have a curriculum that they have to follow. So it's all in the books. They know this stuff by heart. And another perk of taking the course is once you finish, they'll give you an endorsement that you can take to your local DMV, and you can get a new license, you know, with your endorsement right on your license, and you don't have to take a second test at the DMV. Now the prices are going to vary depending on the course you take or where you take it from. I know Harley offers a course, but they're about $350 depending on where you go, I guess. I was able to take mine at a local community college that offered the course, and it cost me $50, and it's the same program. Okay, tip number two. Tip number two, that's patience. Now there's a reason I tell you, you gotta have patience when you're first learning how to ride a bike. Because I'm gonna give you a little secret here that you're not gonna hear from most people. That secret is, when you're first learning how to ride a bike, it's not fun. Hate to burst your bubble, but it's just the truth. Learning to ride a bike is not fun. It's cool, I mean, don't get me wrong, because you look down, you're on a motorcycle, and that's very cool. But it ain't fun because there's a lot to remember. You're very nervous. There's a lot going on, and when you're that focused, trying to remember everything, not crash, not drop your bike, when all this is going on, then it's hard to have fun. But there is good news. As long as you have patience, the fun will come. Once that muscle memory kicks in, you start getting more comfortable on the bike. You don't have to think, oh, my hand's got to do this while my foot's got to do that. Make sure I hit the clutch at the right time. There's a lot going on, but once all that becomes muscle memory, then that's when the fun begins. You're relaxed. You can enjoy what you're doing. You don't have to think about it as much. You get to look around and enjoy the scenery. Then you can enjoy your bike. That's tip 2. Patience. Tip number 3 is commuting. If you want to learn to ride a whole lot faster than just doing it on the weekends or going out with your people, try to commute if you can. The more you commute means more time on your bike, which means the faster you'll learn. And here's a little tip if you do decide to commute. A lot of it's going to depend on the bike that you have, but make sure that you're prepared, because the things that you keep in your car, you can't keep all that stuff on your bike. I mean, unless you got saddlebags or something like that, but like me, I have a backpack. So all the little things that you like to keep with you in your car, you may have to keep in a backpack or keep in your saddlebags or something to that effect. And don't forget to take your lunch, because depending on your job, if you can go out for lunch and you're the type of rider who likes to gear up, are you going to gear up really and go out for a half-hour lunch, hour lunch if you're lucky, just to come back and take it all off again? And you should be gearing up. Not preaching, just saying. Another nice thing about commuting is you get used to being in traffic a whole lot sooner, a whole lot quicker. Yep, so that's tip number 3. Commute. Commute as much as you can. You'll thank yourself. Tip number 4. Learn to ride at night. I know a lot of people don't like to, but it is something that you should really try to get used to doing as much as you can. You may tell yourself you have no plans at riding at night, but at some point you're going to be out solo ride, or out enjoying yourself as longer than you expected to, or you're out with your friends and you're out longer than you expected to, and you're going to have to ride home at night. And it's something that you should be comfortable with. Now, when I tell you to ride at night, I don't mean just pick some random road that you don't know. The best way to do it is to ride at night on the roads you take to work. Reason being is you know those roads well. You know where all the potholes are at and all the turns, and you know where animals like to cross. You know where the cops hang out. So you kind of got a good idea of what to expect, because I've yet to see a motorcycle that has as bright of headlights as any car. Some of them are definitely brighter than others, but you do have limited visibility, so it is something you need to get used to doing. And you never know, you might have originally been a little timid about riding at nighttime, but you may end up finding out you may like it. I tell you what, I like riding at night. I really enjoy it. I find it peaceful. There's less traffic to worry about. But a tip for riding at night that you should also know about is, because of limited visibility, more animals are apt to be on the road at night. You definitely need to stick to the speed limits, or even a little below. I know that sounds boring, but it'll definitely help you. So those are my 4 tips for beginners. If you agree, let me know in the comments. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. If you think this could be helpful to you, let me know. But I think that's going to end it for this one, guys. So if you like this video, if you think it helped you at all, leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think. I'm Code Gray. We'll see you in the next one.